This is a fairly exciting video for me to make because I actually covered part 1 of this entire scenario about 2 years ago. I remember making a video about it. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below, and oh my god, I looked so different in this video as well. I actually showed my face in this video too. Guys, here's the thing. I really wanted to start face camming in my content. I don't really know what kind of camera to buy, so if you happen to be some sort of production expert, could you please hit me up on Twitter or DM me on Instagram? Also, I'm going to cut the intros short because, well, we have a sponsor for this video, but I want you guys to know that I want to use my platform to do whatever it takes to support the BLM movement, so I'm going to drop 5 charities in the description down below, and I'm also going to be donating a portion of my sponsorship revenue to one of these charities. Probably the Justice for Breonna Taylor one, because the George Floyd GoFundMe has a lot of money already supporting it. But if you have a preference yourself, there's 5 phenomenal pro-BLM charities that you could support by just going to my description. And thank you to Manscaped for the sponsorship. Listen up, guys, because we have a new product alert from my absolutely favorite sponsor and a huge friend of the channel, Manscaped.com. They released a brand new product that, to be honest, I desperately needed, and that's the Weed Whacker Nose and Ear Hair Trimmer. Now, oh my god, I really can't believe I'm telling you guys this story, but have you ever been on a date with a girl and she kind of points out your nose hairs like while she's sitting across from you? Well, that's happened to me before. And dude, it was by far the most embarrassing thing on earth because I typically don't trim my nose hair. Thankfully, Manscaped is changing the grooming game with the Weed Whacker Nose and Ear Hair Trimmer. And they've spent over a year reinventing the traditional nose hair trimmer using only the best materials for the best performance and comfort possible. The way Manscaped is different from your traditional ear and nose hair trimmer is they use the same skin-safe technology from their lawnmower body trimmer, which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs, and anything else that would just cause you crazy pain as you're grooming yourself. They use a 9,000 RPM motor with a 360-degree rotary dual blade system to safely whack your nose hairs. It's water resistant, so you could take it in the shower, and it's the only nose hair trimmer on the market with a cordless rechargeable lithium-ion battery that lasts for up to 90 minutes of use. Now, if you happen to not purchase the lawnmower yet, well, I have some good news for you. The Weed Whacker is included in their brand new performance package, and typically a Weed Whacker, Crop Preserver, Crop Reviver, and Lawnmower 3.0 would cost you about $200, but now their performance package and peak hygiene plan is only $109.99. But get this, you can get an additional 20% off of your purchase if you use my promo code TheFlightMike for 20% off. That's promo code TheFlightMike for 20% off on Manscaped.com. And thank you, Manscaped, for the sponsor. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Your boy TheFlightMike back again with some more NBA news content. And as we get closer and closer to the NBA, we are getting some more grim news. But honestly, I think overshadowing all this darkness, at least the thing that's keeping me happy and positive and just keeping me going, is the fact that we, for a fact, have basketball returning at the end of July. So before I jump into this news, I also wanted to give you guys some other pieces of NBA news so I don't have to make additional videos on it. The NBA draft lottery and the NBA draft date has been announced, and it's so fascinating because this is typically when the new NBA season would start, but the draft lottery has been set for August 25th, and the actual NBA draft has been set for October 15th. Doesn't that sound so interesting? Now that I got those pieces of news out of the way, guys, let's discuss one of the worst reporters of all time. I'm talking about Laura Ingraham of the Ingraham Angle on Fox News. I can't stand this woman. I really cannot. And I think today she just made me absolutely despise her even more. because if you guys want to see my video from 2 years ago, it gives a good little idea of what's going on. So the background of this story you guys should know is there was a 17-minute interview 2 years ago where ESPN broadcaster Carrie Champion sat next to Kevin Durant and LeBron James. And this was back when the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers were the premier rivalry in the NBA. This was LeBron's last season as a Cleveland Cavalier. And what happened is LeBron James sat down and discussed stuff about his family, stuff about his own personal growth, and discussed the challenges that come with being black and a public figure in America. And he also included his reaction to a racial slur that was graffitied on his own house last May. And then he discussed his political views on Donald Trump a little bit. So LeBron James said the number one job in America, the appointed person, is someone who doesn't understand the people. And some of his comments are quote unquote laughable and scary. Laura Ingraham responded to this by saying that she was not interested in the political advice from someone who gets paid $100 million a year to bounce a basketball. And then she called him, and this is what drove me even crazier, she questioned his intelligence, saying that his comments are barely intelligible and ungrammatical. And then she went ahead and said it's always unwise to seek political advice from someone who gets paid $100 million a year to bounce a ball. Keep the political comments to yourselves, shut up, and dribble. Laura Ingraham, before I get to the hypocrisy of what you're saying, let me tell you why I can't stand people like you. And I try to keep my political opinion out of things, but this is something that just drives me nuts. I can't stand people that go on television and think they're smart just for throwing around some fancy, third grade jargon, barely intelligible, ungrammatical. Give me a break. But get this, and this is what absolutely makes my blood boil, guys. I'm sorry, I really try to be unbiased, but I can't stand hypocrisy. So when we fast forward to June of 2020, yesterday on my NFL channel, we made a video discussing Drew Brees' comments, and I think I do a fairly good job being unbiased there. I kind of took more of a stance where I explained why what Drew Brees said was wrong, how he could have been ignorant in what he was saying, and due to his privilege, he said what he said. But here's what drives me nuts. Laura Ingraham defended Drew Brees on her show, saying that he's allowed to have his view about what kneeling and the flag means to him. Bro, are you kidding me? You tell a black athlete 2 years ago to shut up and dribble just because he has differing views from you, and 2 years later, you defend a white athlete for saying his political views on television, who gets absolutely crucified by the media, and rightfully so, for what he was saying, because there was just a complete insensitivity to Drew Brees' comments. Let me make something clear. I don't think Drew Brees is a bad guy. I think he just lived such a privileged life that he's not capable, or he doesn't know better to see beyond the scope of what's going on to other people. I don't think he understands the difficulties that other black people go through. And to be honest, I don't understand that either. I'm Middle Eastern, we have some problems, but I don't think it's nearly at the scope of what black people are going through. I've never seen a scenario where one of my people got strangled by a policeman. I don't walk on the streets fearful of the police. I'm going to be honest with you. But what Laura Ingraham says here is that she defends Drew Brees and says he's allowed to say whatever he wants to say. And LeBron James did not hold back, because LeBron James comes out and he says, if you still haven't figured out why the protesting is going on, why we're acting as we are, is because we are simply effing tired of this treatment right here. Can we break it down for you any simpler than this right here? He then went on to say, and to my people, don't worry, I won't stop until I see change. Hashtag shut up and dribble, this powerful black man coming full steam. As an NBA fan, bro, I'm telling you, you never want LeBron James to come at you at full steam, whether it's on the basketball court or if it's trying to make a change in our world. And here's the beauty of this. Everyone's beginning to call out Laura Ingraham for the horrific individual that she truly is. Keenan Allen came out and said, wow, so LeBron and KD need to shut up and dribble, but Drew Brees, a white man, can have opinions and racism. Mike Evans came out and said people like her are effing disgusting. Nothing has come from Fox News. There's no info from their part. I really would love to tip my hat off to LeBron James for the way he's handled this scenario. He's done a remarkable job handling and navigating these waters during a truly culture-shifting time in American history. Absolutely, you have no idea how difficult it is for a man in LeBron James' situation, with the influence that LeBron James has, to come out here and do what he does. It takes guts, it takes courage, and again, I 100% stand behind LeBron James and what he is doing. If you guys enjoyed this video, please take a moment to drop a like so we could help it grow in the algorithm. Aside from that, I'm your boy, TheFlightMike, and I'll catch you guys in our next upload.